Dulmuluk theater is traditional art from Palembang, South Sumatra that has existed since 1845. This connected to factual fact because historically, Dulmuluk is one of the oldest forms of traditional theater in Indonesia that combines elements for Syair Melayu with local Palembang culture. The year 1845 marks its earliest known emergence, making it older than several other regional performances such as Lenong or Ludruk. For example, in cultural achievements for South Sumatra, Dolmuluk performances were already documented before Indonesia's independence, performed in open fields with simple props. For example, another example, the National Cultural Heritage Database even lists Dolmuluk as one of Indonesia's traditional theater forms that contributed to the early development of performing arts in archipelago. Its origin began as the recitation of poetic verses by an Arab-descended merchant named Sheikh Ahmad Bakar. Disconnected to religion because this reflects how Islamic and Arab cultural influence shaped art in the Malay world. The reading of shared poetic verses often containing moral and religious message was a common way to teach values through entertainment in Islamic communities. For example, similar to Qasidah and Barzanji tradition, the Dul Muluk recital often included moral teachings about the patience, faith, and justice. For another example, in some Palembang households, religious poetry readings inspired by Syahir Abdul Muluk are still performed during Islamic holidays such as Maulid Nabi. Over time, the recitation was enhanced with dramatic enactments and musical instruments. This is connected to lifestyle because the evolution of Tulmuluk mirrors the lifestyle of Palembang society, which values togetherness and creativity in communal gathering. Our performance were not just entertainment but also a way to unite people during celebrations such as weddings and festivals. For example, in village celebration, locals would gather at night to watch Dulmulik under oil lamps, turning it into a social event for the whole community. For another example, the use of instruments like a violin and rebana made Dulmuluk more lively, encouraging more young people to join perceive it as part of their cultural lifestyle. During the Japanese occupation in 1942, Dulmuluk developed further into a traditional stage performance connected to factual because historically, the Japanese occupation period influenced many local arts to that they become stage centered to fit public propaganda or social gathering. Dulmuluk's shift from poetic reading to a full stage play shows how art survived through political and cultural transition. For example, during this period, Dulmuluk performance began to use wooden stage and curtains, making a new era in traditional Palembang theater. Together with his student, Wan Bakar introduced gambus and terbangan as musical accompaniment disconnected to religion and lifestyle because the use of gambus and rebana terbangan reflects strong Middle Eastern and Islamic musical traditional. These instruments were also common in qasidah and marhaban performance, showing that Dul Muluk blends artistic entertainment with spiritual and more undertones in daily life. By 1919, performances start to feature dialogues accompanied by body movement according to each rules. This connected factual fact and lifestyle. This transformation marks Dulmuluk as one of Indonesia's earliest theatrical from using acting and dialogue long before modern drama school existed. It shows how art naturally evolved from oral literature into a communal lifestyle of performance and storytelling. For example, and the last one is structure refers to organization and artistic components such as stage setting, them, costume, makeup, and musical accompaniment is connected factual because in performance studies, structure is crucial aspect for all traditional theater. The most complete set of elements, them, character, music, and costume proves that it stands as a full-fledged traditional theater comparable to wayang orang or ketoprak in Java. Thank you.